We're live from Chevy Chase.
Welcome back. It's now time for Talk of the Town, and today we're talking about a nonprofit organization supporting young adults with disabilities. Build Inclusion's mission includes 3 E's: employment, education, and engagement. And here to tell us more about the organization is Chief Innovation Officer Annette Jett. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I love your title.
Well,
Chief
thank you.
Innovation Officer.
I love your name,
Well,
Annette
thank
Jett.
you.
It's the coolest name ever.
Thank you. My parents had a good sense of humor, I think. So, yeah, Chief Innovation Officer. I started as Executive Director, and I am one of the founders of Build Inclusion, which is turning 10 in March. So that's a pretty
Really?
significant
Milestone.
yes,
Huge.
for nonprofits. So we're
Yes.
excited about that.
Yeah, well, tell us a little bit more about the organization, what it does, and everything it serves.
Okay, so one of our primary focuses is on employment and helping young adults with disabilities get jobs in the community that are competitive and integrated, meaning that they would work in a place like the news studio or something like that, where other people work and they would have natural supports on the job. We do have the other 3 E's, which is to educate people about disability and about the normalcy of it and about how it's just a part of the life cycle. And then also, we want to engage parents and families and people within the community into the lives of people with disabilities.
Yeah, because it can be very isolating.
It
I'm
can
sure
be,
if you have a
yes.
child with a disability, you may feel like you don't have any support. And this is a cause that's near and dear to your heart. Tell us
It certainly
why.
is, yes. I have a 19-year-old daughter, Gracie, who was born with a disability. And at the time, it was 2005, my husband and I weren't necessarily expecting children, but we were delighted when we found out that we were pregnant. And we went through the normal things that you go through as a parent. And at about 28 weeks, I went in for an ultrasound, and they saw something that, didn't seem typical. And so that's when our journey began. I was the second person in Kentucky to go through an ultrasound in utero.
Oh, wow.
And we found out that there was a piece missing in the neurological area, which was going to impact her, but they didn't know how. And that's usually the case. Like, it doesn't really matter what the disability is. What matters is how the presentation is. And so then what you do as a parent or a caregiver or an educator or anyone that's trying to help this person along to live their best life is you try to figure out what do they need to facilitate that happy, good lifestyle.
Yeah,
And she's
so-
a joy and a delight.
She
Yes.
is.
Yes, she really is.
She's a very good communicator, but you'll be surprised to know she didn't say anything until she was 5.
Really?
And the first phrase she put together was, "I want cake." So
Oh.
that doesn't surprise
It's a
you.
girl.
Yes,
Are
I
you
know,
sure it was
right,
her?
Tam? That's you.
I knew we were like bonded sisters.
You are.
Well, I have a sister-in-law that has, she's
Okay.
special needs, and so this is something near and dear to my heart, too. You've
Sure.
got a film festival coming up. Let's talk about it.
Yes, so we have a film screening of a film called Unseen, and it is about family caregiving, and nobody really talks about it much. And so we wanted to highlight, I watched the film, it spoke to me. It was made by a family caregiver and some folks out of Nashville that helped her along. And it just talks about some of the isolation, maybe anxiety, some of the things that go along behind the scenes that people don't see. And what it does for the community, it allows you to become, more educated on it, but also how can you help, right? And so we're really excited about this particular showing at the Lyric Theater. Because it's in conjunction with New Vista, who's one of our partners that's helping us show it, and the Kentucky Society for Clinical Social Work, because it would be nice for social workers to understand this population, not only of the caregivers, but of people with disabilities and some of the unique challenges that they face.
Yeah, well, this is fantastic. We want to get everybody out to the Lyric Theater next Tuesday to see the film, and then to reach out to you if they have a child with
Please.
disabilities, if they're a caregiver, anything like that. Build Inclusion is a fantastic organization.
And you have a fall fling coming up as well.
Yes, we do, and that is actually for individuals. Like I said, we serve people that are transitioning from high school into the adult world, and what happens then, and again, that is very near and dear to my heart. When we started this, my daughter was very young, but it was in anticipation of what are we going to do when she becomes an adult. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that are facing that similar type of thing. So we work with the school systems, we work with, you know, in teaching like employment skills and helping them get work ready and that kind of thing. But there's a lot more that goes around to that. So we would really love to have the support of the community and people involved with us.
Yeah, and that event's going to be at the Athens Lunchroom, which you were also involved in, the most delicious food on the planet. We're going to have all of the information up on the screen for you. Thank you, Annette, so much for what you do.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you having us.
Of course.